So over the past few months, I've been flat chat trying to get my property ready for a wedding. Wanted to make it presentable because it looked like paddock grass across half the area. So obviously made the green look good, the fairway look good, but wanted to make this top section up here like filled in, have some grass there, because before it was basically dirt, rocks, and it just looked nasty. Had some fences in the way too. So I'm going to show you guys the before and after process, how we got this looking schmick in time for the wedding.
So this here is going to be paddock number 1, which I think this is going to be the first paddock I'm going to work on this property. I still haven't decided if I'm going to start on the backyard first, the front yard, this paddock here. I probably wouldn't mind getting this paddock done because the plan is to put a par 3 in this paddock just here. Let me show you what it looks like and why I'm thinking it. So as you can see, quite a big paddock just here. The other one's even bigger, which we'll get to in a minute. But there's a dam down the bottom. So my thoughts are to put a tee box up the top here somewhere. Then have a fairway through the middle, some nice undulations through there. So that'll be a nice fun challenge. Get some irrigation in here. Again, I need to sink a bore because there is water, but there's not going to be enough to irrigate what I need to irrigate to keep things going here. Especially if we want to put seed out, get some turf down, whatever we're going to do, we're going to need some water. So we've got to figure that out. The plan is tee box up here, hit it over the dam, and I'll build a green on the other side of the dam. So it is about 120 meters, I think, from the top there down to the bottom. As you can see, we've got some horse stables here, and we've got a couple of fences, which for me are unfortunately in the way, because I want to put a few tanks in here so we can feed this paddock just behind you here, which is where the par 3 is going to be. Green down there, obviously that's the dam, not the green. So today we're going to clear out these bad boys just here. So I pulled a couple of bits of concrete out on the ground here that were in front of the stable. These big chunks of concrete just here, which you can see were just there. And another big chunk of concrete just there. So I'm going to lift them out. I'm pretty sure they aren't concreted in actually, which is handy. Makes it a little bit easier to get them out. But yeah, you can see I've got to take them all apart as one big piece because they're all welded up through here. You can see all the welds. We've also got the irrigation plans done, so hopefully I'll be showing you guys those in the next week. Maybe at the end of this video, we'll see.
So the seed that we're using today is this here from the guys at Advanced Seed. They sent it for me to test out. This is their home run perennial ryegrass. This is brand new stuff. So we're putting out about 3 kilos per 100 square meters. It's about 1,500 square meters across this whole area just here. Oversowing most of it. There's some bare spots on this area, but there's a lot of Kikuyu throughout all of it, which is fine. We're basically going to oversow to get some color in here and to get rid of those bare spots. I'm not doing the bare spots by themselves because it would stand out completely if I had patches of ryegrass and then patches of Kikuyu next to it. So while Tay's just sitting in the background now, I want to explain to you guys exactly what we've done over the last couple of days. So first thing we did was put a quick coupler in the ground off the mains irrigation line. So that's basically going to allow us to run a makeshift irrigation system. Now, if you're in a home and you obviously don't have a mains line, you can just put a saddle on and then put a swing arm on and put a quick coupler in. Just go straight for a tap. Exactly the same thing, you just have to jimmy it up a little bit different to these impact sprinklers that we have here. So we've got 3 impact sprinklers at the moment. I've got some Holman ones from Bunnings. Planning to probably get a few more, but they're just on stakes, which is awesome, which is why they're basically makeshift. So I'm using 18mm hose, some fittings to help go from the 18mm down to I can't remember the connection size, it's maybe a 12mm on the hoses, but we can run it as a daisy chain. So we go from impact sprinkler to impact sprinkler to impact sprinkler, which I'm going to use the same system for when we go down next to the Tiff Tuff. Probably won't do that until this area is starting to look really, really good, or I might make another one up and do it off the other quick coupler down at the green. But the idea is that you can use it in different areas over time, which is going to be super, super handy. But I'm going to probably buy a few more bits and start to zigzag the irrigation out a bit. Just got it running through the guts at the moment, and it's just going to be missing a few spots on the edges. I went right down my shoe with some of that ryegrass seed, but we've got some Kikuyu all over the place, which has slowly filled in over the years since I've been here. And you can see we've ripped quite a bit of it out with the power rake today. So went around with the power rake, and what it basically did was a bit of a dethatch, pulled a lot of it out, and I've spread a ton of it into those areas over there. You can see where Taylor is about now, where it was a bare patch. We've spread this all over there, which is basically, well, it's sprigging. So this is the sprigging process. So this is how we're going to get the Kikuyu to also spread in those areas. So it's not going to be just ryegrass there, but it's going to be Kikuyu as well. Now, since it's so hot this time of year, this is going to take really well. I'd say it's probably going to take a little bit better than the ryegrass because it is a little bit hot and a little bit dry and windy. I'm going to be keeping water up to this area, but you can do this with your home lawn too. You can scarify it, you can like scalp it down really, really low and spread all those clippings across some bare areas in your lawn, top dress over top, or just do what we're doing here, chuck it on top with a little bit of loose soil, and then water it like seeds. So 2 to 3 times a day, making sure it's moist at all times, and it will start to root down and take, and within 30 days you can basically get a full lawn just by sprigging like that. This is so overgrown, bro. Like, it would be up to my elbow in depth in some areas. So like it'd be, or I don't even know how tall it is, too tall. So that's all the Kikuyu. The ryegrass is down in beneath that. Not sure if we can see it if we get in there. Yeah, you can see bits and pieces of ryegrass throughout the bottom. But there is areas where it was completely bare before, where we now have ryegrass throughout all of it. So let's just get over there. You can see where the really, really healthy soil is over there because it's so flippin' thick. It is ridiculous. But have a little bit of ryegrass here, a little bit of fescue that was here originally too. There's actually some tall fescue in there. I don't know where that came from, but that was in the area beforehand. This is all the ryegrass here, so it's filled in some of these spots, which is nice. More kike has spread, so there wasn't a bit of Kikuyu here before. Some of the sprigs have taken and come up. And here is all the bare spots where the ryegrass is starting to fill in now, which is awesome. So you can see it's not uber thick. It has come up and it's looking pretty good. It's in need of some fert to get some color in it and just help thicken it up and tiller a little bit because we're at week 3, so it's due for a mow, due for some fert. But it's nice to see green across this whole area compared to what it was before. So the wetting in the end was a huge success, really nice on the property. Unfortunately, it's gone a bit dry out here since then, because we've had no rain. It's been windy as, like behind me where it's looking schmick and the ryegrass was looking good. Not looking too great. At least the Kikuyu looks nice and lush. It was a little bit scalped on the day of the wetting, but it was nearly night time by the time people were here, so nobody could see it anyway. But huge turnaround over the last couple of years. Obviously moving all the stables, cleaned up all around the stables too, had to fill in where an old tank was, got rid of rocks, got all the seed down. At least there's grass everywhere now. Lots of Kikuyu taking place over where the ryegrass was. But I'm just happy it looked nice for the wedding. Tidy, cleaned up all the dirt and stuff that had been here for years. Like, this was a really nice looking area just here, but all in all, looked great. Got some pigment on the green to make a pop. Tiff Tuff was looking schmick. Everything was just, yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. Could have been better, I'm honest. I could always make it a little bit better if we had some in-ground irrigation and I had started seeding maybe a month in advance and put some more water out, but I mean, everyone enjoyed the day. No one was thinking about the grass, so it's not that big of a problem. Thanks guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the footage from the property 3 years ago before there's even a golf green or a fairway or irrigation or anything in this area. It's cool to see how far it's come and look back on all that footage. But thanks guys so much. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one.